Okay.
Well, hello everyone. I think it's starting to record now, and we're
Yay.
delighted this evening to have the lovely Rachel Russell, international and inspirational speaker. Now, Michael and I have had the pleasure of connecting with her before because she has great taste. She is a member of Connecting Consciousness, and she is also part of the One Small Town program. So we're delighted to jump on this Zoom and chat to you, Rachel. And I think you also have some shared interest with us because we were talking about a primer cube, and I think you're going to show us something that you have, and we're going to show you what we have, and maybe just exchange the different inspirational stories that we have.
Thank you so much, Julie. Yes, absolutely. It's so exciting, isn't it? But yes, the primer cube is actually one of the newest things that well, it's not the newest thing, but going to be the newest thing that we're looking at building. But it is so exciting because it's got the most incredible amount of healing capacity. I spoke to the chap who actually creates the moldings for these machines in America, and he had a dog with a tumor all the way from his kidney all the way to his bowels, and he couldn't poo. He took it to the vets, not realizing that the enormity of the issue. And this vet said, well, I'll put him down now. And this chap wasn't ready for that at all. So he said, look, I'll take him home. And he got this primer cube that David Lapointe had actually created. And absolutely incredible. Within 3 days, this tumor completely disappeared. And he could poo, and he got years after that, and it's just this arena, this bubble that it creates. And it is I think it's a 2 meter square, so it spins at the RPM. I mean, you don't actually need to spin so much for it to have all the healing effects, but you've got 40 magnets in there, and I don't know, let me hold it up.
Yeah.
Yes, we can see that.
Yeah, super.
Like a beehive, though, like when you put eggs in a pan and they all align perfectly. They know exactly where to space themselves. There's a wording for that, but I can't remember what the word is. But so having the 40 magnets in there, I mean, the weight of the 40 magnets will lift 1.5 people. So there's a real capacity in there. So you've got to be very careful with them in that sense. But in terms of having it, under your pillow at night, and using it to massage someone, or there are so many different modalities in which it could be used, and especially for things like the lymph glands, because we're using the Bob Beck unit, but that doesn't always, your blood doesn't travel through your lymph glands very quickly. So it is this, and people have stuck energy. Now, either that can be shifted, etc. But it's an amazing piece of kit. I'm dying to see yours.
It is yes. Well, ours, we haven't opened ours up. This is ours.
So you haven't opened it
on the front? No. I think if I open it, because I'm blonde, I mightn't be able to put it back together, and then there'll be killings. But
we... Oh no, it is. We use it. This is how we use it.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
It does have a programmer and a timer on it
at the top,
so you can use it. I'll show you now. Number 8. So I won't switch it on because the first time I switch it on is caused issues with the computer. So that'll run at 3,350 RPM.
Yeah.
And will run for an hour, but you can program it for different rates or different speeds and different time, and you can actually use it while you sleep. So you can program it to come on at 2 a.m, go off at 5 a.m, whatever. So you get the benefit from it. Yes. And it creates a toroidal healing field, 2 meters round. So it's absolutely, it's incredible.
Yes,
it really
amazing.
is. Yeah.
So we would use it, Rachel, and that's thanks to you. That's why I said to Michael, I really want to chat to you sometime. But it was you mentioned it, and I said to Michael, this is amazing. I think we're the first people in the country with the primer cube. We're going to be chatting to Mark Ashwood tomorrow about it too, because we think it's phenomenal, and we're using it every day ourselves. And then when we visit our parents. My parents are in their 80s. My dad is 91. And we just leave it there in the kitchen because I just think there are all these amazing new technologies now, which are becoming available to regular people. So why not avail of them if possible, once you know about them and where they are?
Yeah, and also the nice thing about the size of it is we take it with us. It has its own little suitcase
Yes,
and off we
yes,
go.
yes,
And we take it when we travel, we go to people's houses or go to hotels,
yes,
and we benefit from it all the time, you know.
yes.
Yeah.
That's why I look so young at this stage.
That's it. Well, that's
Absolutely.
the fact that we had to go on Mark's hyperbaric chamber there. He opened that last week. So we had a session there also. So you'll have to come over, Rachel. You'll have to come over and hang out with us, definitely.
Absolutely. My great grandpa's house was there. It's now the West Islands Hospital.
Okay.
Okay. Right.
Galway. So he had 91 bedrooms, and guess what? They had to knock the whole thing down because they used it for a virus. The virus broke out, and they used the house, and then just in case there was any strain of the virus left.
Oh my.
You can't make it up, can you?
No,
91
no,
bedrooms.
absolutely not. Yeah.
Dear, dear. Well, it would be lovely to see you, but in the meantime, it's great to connect on Zoom.
Yeah.
I think Michael has one of our other gadgets there that we've started using a lot. This is an earth tide machine, Rachel. I don't know if you've heard about this.
No.
Okay, so basically the way it works is it uses 2 electrodes
Yes.
to ionize water, and we use warm water and Himalayan sea salt. People put their feet into a foot spa, and what it does is it draws out heavy metals and undesirable things from your body. And literally within a few minutes, the water goes from clear to light brown to dark brown to almost black. And depending on the amount of and the type of heavy metals that people have, you'll actually see a film of metal or metallic film on top of the water. And we recommend people sit there for 35 minutes. They have 2 probes that they can hold in their hand as well, which helps to send electrons back and forth across the chest area, and it helps to clear the chest too. So it's something we got just over a year ago, and the number of that's probably the most popular thing, and because it's visual, you know.
Yeah.
Primer Cube is great. Because I'm clairsentient, I can feel the energy from it. But from somebody, you know, just sitting there, they're going, okay, I can hear something moving, but I can't sense it. Whereas with the earth tide, it's a visual, and they sit there and they say they never want to see it again, yet they'll always take a photograph to take home as a memory.
Yes, I know.
This is how filthy I was before I arrived.
Yeah. We have names for them, but we don't disclose those in public.
We don't indulge blackmail. No, we're trying to aspire to 5G at this stage.
Yeah. Well, I've been doing a lot of onions. Onions in bags, purely because my father had one of his organs removed, you know, because if there's a problem, you just remove the organ and the whole problem just disappears, apparently. Not that I'm of that way inclined in my thinking, but he is. So but the only problem is visiting hospitals. I don't know if we haven't had the Dingsbumps, which is German for thingamajig. Basically, I think, and maybe I'm just more susceptible, but there is radiation. There is the 5G side of things, isn't there? And I came down like a ton of bricks exactly a week ago, and my whole neck, I felt like I'd been beaten up. I felt like I'd been punched in the throat. And so all these different healing modalities are here for us. And it's, you know, you can live your life perfectly, but you always come a cropper at something. You know, you have to go and look after someone else, or you have to, you know, take care of somebody that has got the thingamajiggies, and it does affect me, you know, no matter how much zip up I do, or, you know, kind of meditation, you know, these external influences actually do, they do affect us. So, you know, having all these things to hand, I've been doing a lot of you know, the capsule making machines.
No.
So I make my own capsules, but cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper is incredible because it coagulates when it needs to. It frees up and thins the blood when it needs to. It's a dewormer, so I use it in my chickens. They don't have the I suppose the taste thing for spice. So it's not hot for them at all. So dewormer, and then it fixes ulcers and things. And
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
it does,
just, it's an incredible spice, but it's the only spice that actually does good and doesn't aggravate the tum-tum, compared to other ones.
And it's
the
also good if somebody is having a heart attack. A half teaspoonful of cayenne pepper will actually thin the blood enough for the heart attack to pass without doing damage.
all oncologists actually take it with them. They use cayenne pepper.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's they don't make any money off it, so they're not allowed to recommend it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Oh, well,
Yeah,
I think we'll all have to get a stash of cayenne pepper now
Yeah, in
after
the
this
kitchen.
soup. Yeah, carry it around with
Yeah,
us.
Yeah. Well, you just buy. I mean, I really enjoy doing it because you can fill it with one thing, but you can also. I mean, I used to do rainbow pills. So you can put a bit of oregano in there, a bit of turmeric, a bit of cayenne pepper. You get this lovely little kind of nice little prezzies for people as well, potentially.
Well, what you could do is just put paprika in, and then you've a red pill for people.
I like that joke. I think that's a brilliant joke.
Oh, no, he's got really bad jokes. Please don't encourage him. Now,
so another thing before Julie jumps in is your electroculture.
Oh, actually, that's what I was just going to say. It's because of our conversation. We've started it now. We have a small healing cabin called Solas, which means light. So we decided in recent years, when we weren't able to go out and about, Michael and I said, well, wouldn't it be lovely to have somewhere on our land? And we organize events at least once a month where different speakers come. And then also we offer these modalities. But beside the cabin, we have started doing some electroculture after listening to you.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same, isn't it? You're in touch with energy.
Yeah, absolutely. And the interesting thing for me is I have a raised bed. I have 6 square copper cable, which is quite copper cable, with the insulation taken off, right around the raised bed and on an antenna. And the rabbits haven't gone near the lettuce or the carrots or the broccoli. The rabbits have left everything alone.
Wow.
So we haven't had an issue with rabbits. We haven't had an issue with slugs.
Wow. Well, slugs I can understand.
Yeah, some of the stuff is good. It's coming on really, really nice. Now, unfortunately, we were away for a couple of days, and a couple of cows got in and ran through other parts of the veg patch. But anyway, the area around where the electroculture is wasn't too badly damaged. But it's amazing. And we have a lot of friends who have come to have a look and have actually set up their own electroculture patches in their gardens, or just to heal trees. One guy put in bamboo with copper wire, and his apple tree hadn't had fruit in years, and it's starting to fruit this year. So it's great. It really is brilliant,
Yeah, and you'll probably notice still in October it'll be sending out still new shoots. Have you seen the Grow a Little Tree? How the Victorians did it. So you can, if you change the way a tree grows, so the hormone when it's growing that straight up is to grow high. If you change the hormones to, if you either bend it down or if you snap off or even chop off the top one and bring the others down, it sends the message to create fruit instead.
Right.
So and then the electroculture, you bring down the side of the tree and then towards it, but as long as then, any of those roots that touch that copper wire are then going to be feeding off all of that. But the trees are just the best example, aren't they? I mean,
they are. They're fantastic. Yeah.
Fingers everywhere.
Mother Nature is amazing.
Yeah, and it's just copying that.
Yeah, no, that's true. Absolutely. And Rachel, while we have you, would you just tell our viewers a little bit about the Bob Beck kit? I'm going to put the details in the description, but for me, it wasn't something I was as familiar with, and I know people will be really interested because it sounds amazing.
Yeah, there's a whole protocol, because we have a lot of people that have had issues with all sorts of things that have been going on recently. And so, that they've got, I think that bath thing that you put your feet in, that I think would be absolutely perfect for this kind of thing. But essentially, so the Bob Beck kit that we're building is literally to cleanse the blood. So it does 2 things. So one side and that's the one with the flashy light, does the blood cleansing. And so you literally put your pads on. There's a video of how to do the whole thing, but you blood cleanse. And when you blood cleanse, you're taking out the parasites, you're taking out the fungus, bad bacteria, but it's in a natural way. So you starve the bad bacteria of any oxygen, so that it can live. And so then the good bacteria then eats it. There is, obviously, if you've had, well, not obviously, if you've had antibiotics in your life, you know, it just destroys your gut and your microbiome. And that is our first brain, really. You know, when you're hungry, you know, you're either going to chocolate biscuits or you're going to something that's healthy potentially. And it depends on what you're craving as to what is wrong with your belly. It really is the first brain. When you take out the parasites and you take out all the bad things in the blood, then you change the rest of your biome in your body. The other side of it is making ionic colloidal silver. And I used to buy this in like 50 ml little glass bottles for 25 quid.
Yeah.
50 mils for 20. I mean, it's just ridiculously priced. It does take a while to make it. Yes, it does. But, you know, you can make it for pennies, which is what we do. And we make it for lots of people. But this is the reason initially why we actually started building it, because roof fell in. It's great, isn't it?
Yes.
Take something that's a disadvantage and turn it into an advantage.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
But the roof comes in, black mold all over the place. I'm cleaning up, you know, not realizing that there's loads of black mold behind the wallpaper. The wallpaper starts peeling off, and I mean, fortunately, that was in the top bedroom. But using the silver and electrifying it through the unit, that this basically it clips into there, and then that just clips into the unit, and you start making your own ionic colloidal silver. And people have come over with shingles disappeared. Wow. Pain disappeared, you know, so people that use inhalers and things, for asthma, there's just a myriad of things that it can be used for. Any sore throats. I'm allergic to bee stings and wasp stings and things. And so for me, if I get stung, it's probably like a trip to the A&E. And I got stung clearing out one of our streams here. And basically I ran up and got my colloidal silver, and it was a tiny little red patch in the evening. And by the morning it had all gone.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You know, so it's and jellyfish stings we've discovered now. It's good for jellyfish stings.
Okay, that's better than the alternative, isn't it?
Yes.
For peeing on it, yes. No, you can pee on stuff, but
it's good
and people.
Acid. Yeah.
I haven't tried drinking my own pee yet, and I'm not sure if I ever will. Apparently, it's the mid-flow.
That's the kind of podcast we're going to be talking about.
Moving on swiftly. Yes. I'm sorry, I've got to go.
Yeah. We do. Yeah. Yes, thank you so much for entertaining us, and I'm sure everybody that's watched this also. I am fascinated with the Bob Beck kit, and I already have researched it, so I'm going to pop the details in the description. And it's been such a pleasure chatting to you. We knew that we would enjoy chatting to you. I'm sure I'll try and arrange that we chat again with you, because it's just fascinating. And one of the great things in recent years is how suddenly we've all connected, all the light workers all around the world. They suddenly are reaching out to each other, so we're no longer isolated. We found our tribe, and I'm truly grateful. So thank you so much, Rachel.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, no, it's been entertaining as well as informative. And yeah, as Julie says, we shall chat again, and hopefully we'll chat in person at some stage in the near future.
Lovely.
Yes, I should pop over to Ireland, shouldn't I? I used to come quite often, because a friend, Julia, used to live near Galway, and we did the Granda water and Kangan water together as well.
Oh yes, super. Yeah, lovely.
Super, yeah.
But so I'm very grateful for your time as well.
Thank you very much. Yes.
And all that you're doing as well. I mean, it's where it starts is literally where your tribe is. Because
Yeah.
if we don't have each other to bring each other up, then who are we?
Exactly, yes. And that's what the last 3 years, I suppose, has given us the opportunity to do.
Yeah.
And it's sort of thinned we're separated the wheat from the chaff, you know, and yes, we've lost people along the way, but we've gained people
Yes,
as well.
we have,
So
yes.
Hugely.
very,
It's
very good.
quality over quantity.
Definitely.
Absolutely, yes,
Definitely.
yeah. Anyway,
Well, thank you so much.
okay.
Thank
Thanks
you.
very much, Rachel. Thank you.
Thank you.